Have you ever caught yourself asking a friend, "So, does he text you back fast?" and then immediately felt weird about why you needed to know that? That tiny, uncomfortable itch is jealousy talking, and it always shows up asking the same three questions. Not out loud, usually, but underneath, on repeat, like a song stuck in your head that you didn't choose. The first question jealousy asks is, "Am I enough?" It doesn't sound like that on the surface. It sounds like, "Why does she comment on his posts so much?" Or, "Why did he mention his coworker 3 times tonight?" But strip away the specifics, and you'll find the same raw nerve every time. Psychologists who study attachment have found that this question gets louder in people who grew up feeling like love was conditional, like affection had to be earned and could be taken away. So jealousy isn't really about the other person at all. It's an old alarm system built years ago, going off in the present. The second question is, what am I missing? This one's sneaky because it dresses itself up as curiosity. You find yourself scrolling through someone's old photos, not because you're looking for anything specific, but because not knowing feels unbearable. There's actually a name for this in behavioral research, something close to what's called the information gap theory, the same mechanism that makes you keep checking a text thread even when you know there's nothing new to see. Your brain treats uncertainty like a threat, so it goes hunting for information the way you'd hunt for an exit in a dark room. It's not weakness, it's your nervous system trying to feel safe. And the third question, the quietest one, is, would I be replaced? This is the question underneath the question. It's the fear that you're not irreplaceable, that if this person left, someone else would just slide into the space you occupied, like you were never really the point. That fear is ancient. Evolutionarily, humans needed their tribe, their partner, their place in the group, because being replaced once meant being alone, and being alone once meant real danger. So here's the reframe. Jealousy isn't proof that something's wrong with you. It's a badly worded message from a very old part of your brain still trying to protect you from a world that doesn't exist anymore. The real work isn't silencing that voice. It's learning to translate it, hearing, "Am I enough?" and answering it yourself instead of waiting for someone else to. So, next time that feeling creeps in, don't just react to it, get curious about it. Ask it what it's really trying to tell you. And if this made you see your own mind a little differently, let me know in the comments, because we've all got that voice, whether we admit it or not.